During his testimony before Congress, Lucas warned about the dangers of tampering with art, emphasizing that films are historical documents that should be preserved as they were originally created. By revising Star Wars and suppressing access to the unaltered originals, Lucas seemed to violate the very ideals he had championed. In 1988, Lucas argued that the public's interest is ultimately dominant over all interests. Yet by limiting access to the original Star Wars trilogy, he prioritized his vision over the collective cultural memory of the films. The National Film Preservation Act explicitly sought to protect films from material alteration, like the changes Lucas made to Star Wars. Critics argued that Lucas's revisions undermined the integrity of the original trilogy, treating them as malleable products rather than cultural artifacts.
People look at technology as sometimes sometimes an end to things, and it isn't an end. In certain cases, in the movie business, the act of creating in the art form of movies, the craft of movies, is completely technical. And that's all it is. It's a big technical thing, as opposed to writing a book or something, which is partially technical. I mean, the writing part, using the different pens, the different papers, that was all a big deal as you went back. The first printing press, binding books, paperback books, cheap books for a lot of people. That's all technology that allows the writer to reach a better audience, and sometimes in the case of painters as opposed to writers, express themselves more clearly. A lot of painters, Michelangelo, a lot of painters in the past were very adept at mixing colors and coming up with new colors so they could express things in new ways. The technology of brushes and all those things are very important to how they applied their craft. Same thing in movies, only it's 100-fold. The first movies, they just put up a camera and had a train come into a train station and everybody was amazed. And that was sort of all technology. Just look at the technology. But as it grew into more of an art form and much more sophisticated than that. And what we've been doing ever since then, whether we add sound or whether we add color or whether we use digital technology, is simply a way of broadening the canvas so that we have more colors to work with. As it started out, it was cave paintings, and they're very, very beautiful and very significant. But as you get along, the technology of using canvas or sculpting in different kinds of material, suddenly it all advances to a point where it gets very sophisticated.
Be sure to subscribe, smash that like button, and leave a comment down below.